Hello everyone, my name is Jitendra Bhafna. I am a senior MuleSoft architect. In this video, we are going to see how to encrypt and sign the data using PGP cryptography. So in my last video, we have already gone through how you can encrypt and decrypt data using PGP cryptography. So before we start with like encrypt and signing of data, we would like to understand some terms. So basically, what is a private key and what is a public key? What is the use of private key and what is the use of public key? So basically, a private key is something which is used to decrypt the data and sign the data. Okay, so we never shared private key with anyone. It is always with you. Whereas a public key is used to encrypt the message and is used to validate the signature of the message, and we always share a public key with a client. Okay, so let me move on to Anypoint Studio and we will see how we can make use of a public key to encrypt the data and how we can make use of private key to sign the data. So I have already created a one small HTTP listener where I have given the path as a slash sign. Okay, the next thing I can move it to I can search for crypto module in the mule palette. By default, a crypto module is not available in your mule palette, so you can go to Exchange and you can download or you can install on your Anypoint Studio. So if you see, a PGP provide a wide range of operations: PGP binary to ARM road, PGP decrypt, PGP encrypt, PGP encrypt and sign, PGP encrypt binary, PGP sign, PGP sign bind, PGP validate. So PGP validate is basically is used to validate the signature. In this demonstration or in this walkthrough, we will going to see how you can achieve PGP sign and how you can achieve a PGP encrypt and the sign. So we will going to see these two methods. In my previous video, we have already seen PGP decrypt and the PGP encrypt operations. So first I will drag and drop a PGP sign. So what are the things we require for the PGP sign? So first thing, let me go to this connector module configuration. So basically, as I mentioned, for signing the message, you require a private key and you always have a private key with yourself. You don't share the private key with anybody. So we will going to generate a private key and a public key. Okay. So I have already there. So I will remove this. So there are certain set of command. So you can make use of gitbase, okay, to generate a private key and the public key in GPG format. So there are certain set of command which will be going to execute. The first command is gpg -gen -key. I will copy this command and I will just execute on my gitbase. First thing, it asks for some name. So you can give the name as a demo or something, say mule demo. Enter. You can say mule demo at gmail.com, whatever, and you can say OK. So now you have to give a passphrase. So in this case I will give passphrase as a MuleSoft 123. In your case you can give any strong passphrase and just don't forget the passphrase. So basically, to open the private key we require the passphrase. So if you see, the key has been generated. This is my key has been generated. The second thing, we will list down our keys. So we will list down all the keys available within the gitbase. Okay, it's not copied properly. Let me copy it once again. Enter. So this is my key. If you see muledemo.gmail.com, so you can identify your key from this name and the Gmail. So this is my complete key. The next thing, I want to extract a private key in GPG format and a public key in the GPG format. So what command we can give? So copy this email ID. Okay, and you can go to a notepad. So first, this command is used to generate a public key, GPG output, and the location where you want to generate it. In this case I will say mule pub, and export which certificate you have to export. So it will identify the certificate using a email ID which we have configured during the key generation. Copy this command, execute. I will clear the and enter. So it has generated a mule pub.gpg. Next thing, I want to generate or I want to extract a secret key or the private key. For extracting secret key or private key, we require a key ID. I will tell you how we can get this key ID and where we want to generate my private key. So at this particular location. So first, if you want to find that key, you go to this list secret keys command, just execute on your git bash, and if you see, you just search your cert key mule.gmail.com. So copy this particular key, okay, and go to your notepad and just replace this with this. Okay, easy. Just copy this command and execute on git bash. So give the same passphrase which you have given during this key generation. So let me check. So it generate a public key and the private key. Copy this both file into your class path as source main resources. Okay, so I have already drag and drop a PGP sign into your mule flow. Now under the basic setting, I will do a module configuration. Click on this add button. So as I mentioned, we don't have to give a public keyring. We will just give a private keyring because for signing the message we just required a private keyring. So my private keyring is mule private dot gpg. Okay, now you have to add some, you have to do some PGP asymmetric key info. So you give some key ID. So make sure like you remember this key ID or copy this key ID. Now you want to have a fingerprint. So how you can get the fingerprint? You use that same list command and just look for your key, and if you see RSA2048, copy this particular thing, okay, and paste it here. Yeah, we require the passphrase because it's a private key mule or it's a secret key 123. Okay, copy this private 123, we require this. So these are the configuration we need to do for signing the message. Just say OK, and you have to provide this key ID. What is this key ID? The key ID which we have given while module configuration, which is private 123. Let me write down private 123. Okay, that's it. So these are the configuration you need to do. So just stop the application. Let me stop and run the applications again. So this is my path, HTTP localhost 8081/sign. So my application has been successfully deployed. Now I will execute a HTTP request. Okay, and let me send the request. So I got a successful response 200. OK, and you can see a begin PGP signature. So my message has been signed with this particular signature. Okay, you can see that. So now the next step, there is one more operation we will going to see, a PGP sign and encrypt, or PGP encrypt and the sign. I will remove this. Okay, I will remove all this configuration for PGP. Now I will drag and drop a PGP encrypt and the sign. So basically what we require for signing, we will require the private key which we have already generated. For encryption we require the public key which we have already generated. In this case we are using our own public key only, but in the real case, or like when you are working with some project requirement, in that case you will get a public key from the client, from the customer. We will definitely use our private key, but you always get a public key from your client. So let's start configuring module configuration. Click on this add button. So now you have to provide both public key and the private key. In this case currently we are using our own public key for demo purpose, but in real case you will get the public key from your customer, but you will always use your own private key. and we never share a private key with anyone. Okay, so basically it's a mule hyphen pub, sorry, underscore pub dot gpg, mule underscore private dot gpg. Click on this plus sign. Now we have to do the two key configuration or two key info. So first key ID, so I will say public 123. Now I want to identify a thumbprint or fingerprint for this public key. In this case we will get it from here. So this, as I shown in my during the PGP sign, so you can copy this. But you know, like in real case, like when you are working with the client certificate, you will get from that, you can use that client certificate, you can extract the fingerprint. So this is my fingerprint. For public key we never give a passphrase, so you can say finish. Now I will add one more symmetric key info, that is for private key, private 123, and the fingerprint. In this case we are using this same key, same public key and the private key, so we will use the same fingerprint. So you can copy fingerprints from here. So because we have extract the public key and the private key from the same key, that's why we are using the same fingerprint. But in real world it will be not same, because the public key will belong to the client and the private key belongs to you, so they both will be a different certificate, right? So in that case it will always change, but here for demo purpose I am using same. But passphrase, in this case we will use mule. Okay, so in private key, you will never get fingerprint from the customer, that is your certificate. Okay, during the public key, a public key, for public key you will get a fingerprint from the customer, or you can extract from the certificate. So in this private key, the private key belongs to us, right? In this case, we should know the passphrase, and we always give the passphrase for the private key. Say finish. Okay, now we have to do some few configuration. Encryption key selection, so basically edit inline. So for encryption what we will use, a public key. So we have configure a public key while module configuration, so you have to give the same key ID, okay, that is public 123. For signing we will use a private 123. Okay, so make sure you don't do the mistake with this, so it should always match with this thing. Okay, so public key is always you will get for the customer, okay, and you don't require the passphrase for that. For private key it's your own key, and you always require the passphrase for that. And the fingerprint in actual scenario or actual real case, the fingerprint will be differ. So so you have to get, you should know the public key fingerprint. But in this case we have generated public key and the private key from the same keys, that's why the fingerprints are the same. Okay, these are the configuration we need to do. Go to message flow and just say file save all. Once you say save all, in the console it will try to redeploy the application. Okay, if you see my application has been successfully deployed, let me go to this Postman and I will say send. You can see this time a begin PGP message, and the message has been encrypted as well as the message has been signed. Okay, so as I explain you, so there are various way, you can sign, you can encrypt, you can decrypt the message. There are various algorithm, and PGP is one of them. And if you like my video, just click on subscribe and the like button. Thanks for watching.